Hello, photographers, designers, and other creative freelancers. How's your year going? Can you believe it? We're already into September. We're almost at the end of the year. We have one more quarter, just 3 short months before the end of 2022. Are you set up for success? Welcome to Coaching for Creatives. My name is McKay. I am your host and I am the founder of Business of Creativity. And I have to tell you that goal setting has been one of my biggest challenges in my more than 2 decades of being a creative entrepreneur. I love having a plan. I love having clear ideas and clear outcomes that I'm aiming for. I love being able to focus my time and energy effectively. I love having step-by-step action to move forward on, to know exactly what I'm going to be doing each week. But the process of getting that focus, that clarity, and those actions created is not so much fun. This process has been so frustrating and so complicated for so long that a few years ago I decided that I really needed to figure out a way to simplify the process of planning. First of all, I'm hoping that you are already a fan of planning and making plans. A lot of us who are freelancers don't necessarily have the skills or have been given the training to be able to do things like manage our time effectively or plan out our production schedule to be able to understand our capacity. We just haven't been given those tools. I have talked about time management and the tools that I use in time management in some of my other videos. That's not what we're about today. Today, we're going to talk about how can we simplify the process of figuring out what to put on our calendar, what we should be saving space for, where should we be focusing our time and our energy. Because if the process is too complicated, you're probably not going to do it. You're already overwhelmed and wearing way too many hats. How can we simplify that process of planning and setting goals for ourselves, especially as we come up to the end of 2022? What do you currently do to plan? Do you have a process? Do you use one of those like paper planner tools? Do you have a system or a framework? What do you use? For me, I find that doing my planning and goal setting every 3 months, every 90 days, is a lot more effective than just waiting till the end of the year and trying to plan from like December or January. What is my whole next 12 months going to look like? One of the ways that you can simplify planning and goal setting is to make it for a shorter term duration. You're not trying to plan your whole life, but to set some sort of goalposts out there, some targets, some North Stars, but to really focus your energy on what do I want the next 90 days to look like? Where do I want to be at the end of 2022 in my business? Here's another tool that you can use to be able to simplify your planning process. Instead of just giving you that whole question of like, where do you want to be in your business? Go. And it's too big. It doesn't have enough of a framework or constraints for us to be able to even start answering that question. Focus on only 2 to 3 areas of your life and business at a time. Yes, all that other stuff is important and it matters, but likely there are 2 to 3 critical areas that if you focus your time and energy on those areas, that will make everything else easier or maybe even unnecessary. A lot of times when we're thriving in our business, our relationships are also thriving because we feel confident and we feel relaxed and we feel like we have time to go out and engage with our friends and engage with our families. When we're stressed out and we don't know if we're coming or going and we're trying to manage a whole bunch of things all at once, we don't necessarily have the energy to be able to focus on those other areas of our life. By simplifying and just choosing 3 things to focus on for the next 3 months, and ideally, if you can, narrow it down to just even 1 thing to focus on for the next 3 months, you're going to be simplifying that whole process of planning and goal setting. And my last tip for you, because I do want to keep this super simple, is do it with a friend, do it with another person. I am so incredibly grateful to my friends and family and for their support over the years. It made such a huge difference in my success in helping me build this amazing business. Maybe there's somebody in your life that you can lean into, and you can lean into me. I have a workshop coming up that is meant to help you finish 2022 strong. It is going to walk you through this process to create your focus, to build those clear milestones of success, and to set up step-by-step actions for you to take over the next month. It's a very powerful way of transforming even our relationship with the idea of goals so they don't become too intimidating, too overwhelming, too pie in the sky, or unrealistic to even compel us or move us forward. And to take those ideas and goals and create a plan for achieving them, not just to have them as goals floating out there without any actions attached to them, but to actually create a step-by-step plan for achieving them. This workshop is coming up on September 24th. It is a ticketed workshop, but I do have some special scholarships and VIP codes. If you are a part of my Inner Circle community, DM me. I'd love to see you there. This is a really powerful way of helping you get that clarity, figuring out where to focus your time and energy, and creating some successes for you to celebrate at the end of 2022. Thanks so much for joining me here live. I will see you in a couple of weeks. My name is Aura McKay, and this has been Coaching for Creatives.